Hello, we're live. I got some friends here. We just watched Alien Covenant. Welcome to the Jacobus System podcast. I'm the host, Jake. I got my buddies here, the Dunn brothers.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
So we got, introduce yourselves.
I am Andy Dunn.
I'm Mike Dunn, Andy's brother. How's it going?
We just saw Alien Covenant. What'd you guys think?
Go ahead, Mike.
Oh, not too bad. Pretty good.
I knew Dunn's reaction was just gonna be like, oh yeah, it was pretty good.
I was a big fan of the movie Prometheus, and I was hoping for a better sequel to Prometheus. That movie, I watched that movie several times after I saw it the first time because there was a lot of wonder and things that I thought that I had missed the first time I had seen it. Whereas with Covenant, I feel like I've seen it all. And I don't really have too many questions about what I saw or what I may have missed. And I'm just kind of left wondering where it's actually going to be headed.
It is really much a Prometheus 2. I'd say more than an Alien prequel. Because when Prometheus came out, when was that? 2012?
Around there, yeah.
2012, I think. To me, I thought that the movie that we just saw, Alien Covenant, to me, that's what I thought Prometheus was going to be. I thought it was going to be a very, clean-cut prequel to Alien, but I was surprised in Prometheus you don't even see any xenomorphs like the final version of the alien that everyone knows. You got a little weird teaser thing at the end with what they call it, like the deacon.
Yeah.
That comes out of the
engineer.
The engineer, yeah. So I feel like this movie was definitely a continuation of Prometheus, but I think this was more of a... Do you think it was kind of more like fan service to the original Alien?
100%. If you missed the Xenomorph and Prometheus, you didn't necessarily get the Xenomorph in Alien Covenant, but you got something that's kind of like a primal version of the Xenomorph. I think they called it the Protomorph officially, but...
This movie seemed like a weird mixture of both... Prometheus and Alien, because we're not going to get into spoilers, but it seemed to me like the first half of the movie is much more of a Prometheus type story, and then at the second half it's just like straight aliens. Like it's a mixture of Alien and Aliens, because you have the people on the ship, the colonists or whatever they are, but they're also they have weapons, they got guns, they're firing. You get the marine feel too, with those machine guns and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, it definitely paid service to Alien and more so Aliens, I think. And yeah, like you said, it was kind of like two movies in one. The movie is called Alien Covenant, and they spend a lot of the first half of the movie just dealing with things going on with the Covenant, and then they go and they do. You see the aliens and those kinds of things, and then they're back in the Covenant. So it begins and ends in the Covenant, and it's definitely a Covenant movie, the name of the ship.
Say Covenant again.
Covenant. Say that 10 times in a row.
So Mike, you like Prometheus a lot. You think that's better than Alien.
I like the storyline better, and I think the characters are better too. I wasn't a big fan of the characters in this one.
So you like Prometheus better than this one?
Right.
All right.
I do too. Yeah.
You do, really?
No, I did too. It's.
I think the beginning part of this movie was real slow too, at least for me.
Yeah. Prometheus just gave you a lot more to think about, where this was kind of a straightforward movie, just kind of like a sub movie in the series, I think. But it's all going to continue on and eventually connect to the original Alien, so I am still curious to see how it all connects.
Do you know how many more movies do they have planned for this?
He's kind of all over the place about his plans for the franchise. He had originally said that the next movie was going to be called Alien Awakening, which was going to take place between Prometheus and Alien Covenant. So I assume it would primarily deal with what happened on the I forget the name of the spaceship off the top of my head, but David and Shaw, and kind of what went on with them, and I don't know. It was going to be a movie between, but more recently, I think Ridley Scott's come out and said that he's going to take a movie that's going to happen after this movie called Alien Awakening. So he had originally said maybe like 2 or 3 more movies to connect it, but I don't know. He's old. He's like 87 years old, so I don't know how many more movies he's gonna be alive for.
It's weird that he's the only director now to have made more than one Alien movie.
Yeah,
Like, 'cause he did the first one, and then James Cameron, and then the third one was David Fincher,
that's right.
and then
Resurrection.
Yeah, Resurrection. I forget who that was.
Don't even know.
A French guy.
Yeah,
But now it's weird that Ridley Scott has, in a way, made an Alien trilogy of his own. So I wonder if they're gonna, obviously the Alien, the original 4 movies are a continuing story, but you could also, package these 3 movies that he's done as his own trilogy.
yeah. I feel like he wasn't happy with where the franchise kind of left off and where it was going, and he knows that he kind of originally created it with Alien, so he's kind of claimed it back, and he's gonna make something out of it, hopefully. So,
Did you think it was weird seeing? I mean, everyone knows if you've seen the trailer, you see an actual xenomorph that we're all used to, but this one is all CGI. And the way they did it was they had the dude in a motion capture. They had this actor. What I don't know what his name is, but we were talking about him earlier. He's a real skinny, weird-looking dude, and they had him basically like act out the alien scenes, and then just digitally created the alien around him. I know some of the effects in it were practical, but what do you think about the, I guess, overuse of CGI? Do you think they went too far?
no, I don't think so. I think it looked pretty good for the most part. The only times where I thought it looked kind of cheesy or not as fleshed out as it could be was, like when it was raining and some of the environmental effects. But for the most part, I thought it looked pretty good.
I thought it looked good too. Was this movie we didn't see it in 3D. Is it in 3D? Do they have it?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
So I wonder how it would look, because when you see a movie that's very, I guess, digital, it obviously would look a different way in 3D than, seeing it in 2D. I'm not a huge fan of the 3D.
No, I don't have any desire to see it in 3D.
It just seems like it's too much money, and when you get down to it, you're here to see the movie, not a 3D effect. You know? But I liked the movie a lot. I think it was a fun, action movie, very similar to the original Alien. It had that suspense of the claustrophobic being trapped in areas with the alien, and definitely didn't have the overwhelming alien presence as like Aliens, or I guess Alien Resurrection had more than one. But yeah, it was a good movie. I definitely would recommend it if you're an Alien fan. If you're a fan of Ridley Scott and his movies, it's good stuff.
Blade Runner, that's the next one.
Come on.
Ridley Scott.
Is he doing that?
Yeah, sequel.
Really?
Yeah, trailer just came out a week or 2 ago. Looked really cool.
I know it's coming out. I didn't know he was directing it.
Yeah.
That's sweet. Nice. And then there's a new Predator, you said, coming out too.
Yeah.
What's that called? Predators is
We'll go with that. Yeah.
Predator.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll ever do any more Alien versus Predators?
Oh no, I don't think. I think that's cooked.
They learned their lesson.
They're done.
Yeah.
Gone.
It's gone.
There you go.
We'll do like Alien versus Batman or something.
Yeah. That would be pretty cool. Who knows? We're getting all these. Last year was like the versus movies. It was like Civil War. Batman versus Superman.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
No more.
Yeah. All right. So quick review. Alien Covenant. I think it was good. To me, it makes Prometheus a better movie. Like when I first saw Prometheus, I wasn't a huge fan because it wasn't the movie that I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be more like this. And I was talking to Brian earlier. I was saying, honestly, you could watch this movie and then they could have had I'm not going to get into spoilers. They could have had the entire Prometheus story kind of condensed down to like a flashback scene at the beginning of the movie. So you could be like, hey, this all happened, and now here's the movie,
I'm complete opposite of that.
Really?
I agree with that.
Complete opposite.
You're out.
No, I like Prometheus. I mean, Alien, the spaceship and the giant space jockey or engineer, and, you just kind of wondered where all that came from. And Prometheus, started to explore that, and I mean, I can't get into spoilers, but we just didn't see a lot of Prometheus and Alien Covenant. But it's still all going to connect somehow to Alien, so maybe we'll see more of Prometheus stuff in the next movie.
Prometheus is a good movie. It's very visually, like a stunning movie. Like,
awesome.
There's so many like awesome scenes and landscapes. You don't get as much of that in this movie. I feel it's more of they try to get more action in, but because I know Prometheus when that came out, it wasn't a huge hit, was it? Like it didn't really.
It did well. It did pretty good at the box office. Yeah.
But I remember like
The reaction was what you're saying,
Right.
though. People wanted to see the alien.
yeah, because it went a different way, and I think even the guy who wrote Prometheus, it was that guy, he worked on the screenplay was Damon
Lindelof, yeah, Lost.
because he worked on Lost, yeah, and he even said I remember seeing an interview with him with like where Kevin Smith interviewed him or something, and he said that when he was given the original script to like rework, it was very much an Alien prequel. He was like, by the time I got to like page 10, like there were xenomorphs.
Yeah.
And then basically they were like, we don't want to do this. We want to take it another direction. So
Yeah, Ridley Scott before he had said that the alien, the xenomorph, was cooked. Like he was done with it. He didn't want anything to do with it. So he was happy with what Prometheus was, and the fan reaction. He basically went with what the fans were saying. They wanted to see more Alien, and
Yeah.
I'm sure 20th Century Fox wanted to see more Alien because they
Right.
know that was going to bring the ticket sales. So
Right.
that's what they did. I mean, Prometheus, actually, Alien Covenant was originally titled Prometheus Paradise Lost. It
that's
was going
right.
to be
I remember hearing about
a
that.
direct sequel to it.
I wonder if they originally were just going to call it Covenant, but then the studio was like, no, you have to call it Alien.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah. Well, yeah, it does seem like it's a mixture of the two, and will be interesting to see how they continue on. So, all right. Well, thanks for doing this little short podcast with me, guys.
Hey, no problem,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah. Be sure to subscribe to the Jacobus System YouTube channel, as well as the Con Guy. I want to be doing some reviews there, do some cool Star Wars toys review for the 40th anniversary. Don, you
Yes.
like Star Wars, right?
Get that.
All right. Thanks for sticking around, guys. We'll talk to you later. See you later. Bye.